This year's Premier League season has been one of the most unpredictable seasons that we have witnessed ever since the 2015-2016 season where Leicester City won the title. Now, a big factor for this has been the fact that there are no fans allowed in the stadiums. Now, this has played a big role because the smaller teams who are coming to the bigger teams' stadiums, or the away teams traveling to the home stadiums of other teams, no longer have that external pressure of the fans egging their home teams on, which means they are able to play in a more free manner. And already this season we are seeing a much better away win record for teams in terms of percentages when you compare it to any of the seasons that have gone by. Now, if we thought last week's Manchester City versus Liverpool result, where Manchester City conceded 5 goals at home, was an anomaly, we were in for a surprise this season. First of all, last week when Manchester City conceded 5 goals, it was the first time in 438 games at home that they had done that. So that is a mind-boggling fact in terms of consistency for the team of Manchester City. Coming back to this week, now this week just blew everyone's mind off. This week we saw some extraordinary results in the Premier League. This entire game week produced so many goals. It was only 3 less than the all-time record of most goals scored in a particular game week. First of all, let's talk about the biggest upset, or one of the biggest upsets of the game week, which was the champions Liverpool losing to Aston Villa by no small margin. They lost by 7-2, and it is the first time that a defending champion has conceded 7 goals in a league match since it happened to Arsenal in 1953. Now, this is a stat that will sting any Liverpool fan. Now, just hours before the Liverpool match kicked off, we saw Manchester United losing to who other than their ex-manager Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham put 6 goals past United. That also is their joint worst victory in the history of the Premier League. Now, one important thing that I want to point out, especially in terms of Manchester United, is the fact that the entire transfer window has gone by, and through this transfer window, we saw Manchester United being linked by Jadon Sancho heavily, and eventually, of course, that move did not happen. But in no point in time did we see or hear Manchester United being linked with the centre back. Now, that is something that they really need this season. They are lacking firepower in their defense, especially their centre backs. The crop of centre backs that they have right now clearly isn't working. So this was a big surprise for me that throughout the window there was no talk of signing a centre back for Manchester United. Coming back to the current Premier League season, we heard a sad news last night about another Premier League giant, Arsenal Football Club. Now, they had to fire their club mascot Gunnersaurus, who had served the team for over 27 years. Now, this is a very sad news for any Arsenal loyalist. Now, the club had to do that because of the financial pressure that they were in because of the coronavirus pandemic, and it is not something that you want to see, especially if you are a football fan. The club mascot is something that is a very beautiful sight for any fan to see. But coming back to the actual football of this season, all these results mean that there are only 2 clubs who are left in the Premier League who have a perfect 100% start to the season thus far. That is Aston Villa and Everton Football Club, who under Carlo Ancelotti have begun with a bang. I mean, everyone is looking at this Everton team and saying, wow, this team can do wonders this season. Now, only time will tell whether they can keep up this exciting run that they are on throughout the season and actually make something out of it, or this is just one of those things which has begun and will slowly lose steam as we go on. One thing that I want to say is, this season, the way it has begun, it has all the signs of producing something that all of us as football fans have been wanting to see. Another season like Leicester City, another season where a team who is not really fancied by others goes on to win the title. I really hope that happens, and I know all of the Premier League fans will also want to see that happen. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.